Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Please confirm if you can hear me. I see 4 people connected on the YouTube. If you can hear me, please let me know. Please type, just text, leave a comment and say yes. If you can hear me, please confirm. Just leave a comment. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I know it's been a while that I haven't been here live, and I also know that this live was not announced. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Lugi. So this live, it's one of those impromptu live sessions that I decided to do based on a conversation I had this morning when I went to church. And thank you for adjusting in such a short notice. And I hope that we will get the most value out of this. And it's not going to be long. It's going to be, I am hoping that I will not spend more than 30 minutes here and we will still be able to get the most value. That notwithstanding, I'll also make sure that I reserve some time to take questions if you all have any question. All right. So today I would like us to talk about the ongoing layoffs that is happening, especially in the tech space. And I would also like us to discuss job security. And in addition to that, I would also like us to discuss um, some of the common reasons why you've not been able to land a job as an agile practitioner and what we can do to fix these common issues. So that is going to be our topic for today. As you all may already know, as we proceed, I'm just not going to be the only one talking. If you have comments, please leverage the comment section and drop your thoughts so that we all can continuously learn and grow together. Thank you so much. Also, please like if you appreciate our content, support us. It means a lot to us. Click that like button, share. YouTube also has a way for us to appreciate, our content creators. You can also give us a super thanks if you really appreciate what we are doing here. All right, thank you all so much. So let's get started right away. For those who don't know me already, my name is Karen Fomafung, your Agile Evangelist. I am a professional Agile coach. I am a trainer. I train Agile coaches. I train Scrum Masters, Kanban. I'm also a professional facilitator. I'm a professional mentor as well. I am also the co-founder of Being Agile Consulting, a platform that has helped almost over thousands of people to be able to transition successfully and sustain success in the Agile career path. So I am very grateful to have been part of this wonderful opportunity, helping people to be able to really leverage their full potential and be happy with what they're doing as a career. So that's a little bit about me. Again, please share so that others can join us. I see 15 people connected on YouTube. Thank you. All right. So now let's get started. So you all may already be aware that the layoffs that is happening right now is like everywhere. Almost all of the popular tech companies have been laying off people recently. Typical example of these companies that are currently laying off people or that has already laid off people, Amazon has laid off almost 18,000 people so far. Facebook has laid off over 11,000 people so far. Salesforce has laid off over 8,000 people so far. Microsoft has laid off over 10,000 people so far, to the best of my knowledge, and so on and so forth. So, people are worried. those that have been looking into transitioning into the tech space are worried. Those that have already built their career in this tech space are worried. The most recent layoff that got so many people, especially those in the agile space, talking and so worried is the layoff that happened. I think it was probably 2 weeks ago in Capital One. Capital One laid off. So here today, I just really want us to be as honest as possible so that we see the dark side of things. Because you already know, may already know, information is power. So if we are not really making sure that we are being aware or staying aware of what is ongoing, there's just no way that we can stay prepared, which is one of the reasons why I'm sharing this today. I'm not sharing this to scare nobody. I just want us to be honest. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for joining. I just want us to be honest with the reality so that we can prepare in advance. Okay. So that's what's going on. Hi, Nene. Ne. Thank you for joining too. All right. Yeah. So that's what's going on. So Capital One actually laid off, to the best of my knowledge, all of their agile practitioners. And now the conversation that I had in church this morning with one of my friends. So she has been thinking of getting into this tech space. She's been trying to prepare, put herself together and get ready so that once she gets in, again, really specifically in Scrum and Agile, so that once she gets in, she will be able to put in her all, because I have always been preaching on, okay, you have to make sure you're ready to get in so that you will not stress your coach or your trainer or drag your peers behind in the process of learning. So right now she thought she was ready, and then all these layoffs currently happening, she was worried. So she came to me and she's like, okay, Karen, I hear that all these layoffs are happening. So and a friend of mine was recently laid off, and I'm worried. And I asked my friend, I said, I have been looking, I am ready and I really want to get into this tech space right now. And then my friend said, don't even bother yourself, because there is no job security. There's, as you can see, I've been laid off. So what is the job security? There's no job security. So she was asking me, so Karen, why are they laying off people? And what is the job security? I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe there are so many other people that may be worried about this, and which is one of the big reasons why I decided to just pop up here impromptu. So, first of all, I'm just going to give different reasons why I think the layoff is currently going on. The very first reason, again, you all may already know that there is some sort of recession going on, especially in the USA. A recession is happening, and things are getting so expensive and things are becoming so unaffordable. It's also affecting businesses just the same way. Like if you go now to go buy grocery, before you may you like in my household, per month, because we have so many people in my house, per month I used to spend over one averagely one about $800 to $1,000 for groceries per month. But right now, 1,500 getting to $2,000 per month for the same items. So things are so expensive right now to a point where it's becoming unaffordable. And it's the same for businesses. So because things are so expensive, people are now prioritizing what to buy, and they are only focusing on buying the things that are needed, necessities, and they are not looking in spending some dollars on something on things that are not needed, or some things that may just be wants. So the people are really trying to prioritize right now and only spend when it's absolutely necessary. And as a result of that, it's affecting businesses because they are making products, and they are not able to sell these products. You see, so because of that, they don't have money to pay their employees, so they will need to cut down on their payroll. That's one of the reasons why this is happening. A second reason would be um to the best of my knowledge, most of these organizations, as a result of this COVID situation, and as the COVID was getting better, following the market trend, I think, not guess, based on the information I've gathered, they were misled, thinking that the market was going to boom and everything. So they hired a lot of people more than they should have. And things have turned out the way it is right now. So they have to start letting those people go because they overhired people more than they should have. You see. So that's one of the reasons. And now other people are suffering because of their, just calling it for what it is, their mismanagement. One other reason too that they are laying off people, performance issues too. So organizations are just seizing this opportunity, as they are restructuring, cutting things down. Those that have not been performing according to expectations, were trapped in the process. So for all those that just joined, thank you for joining. I see we have 23 people now on YouTube, and I appreciate you all for joining, given that we didn't even announce this live. So thank you. As you join, please go ahead and click that like button. It's very important. Click that like button, share, drop your comments and your questions. Thank you for those that are clicking the button. Thank you. Drop your questions and your comment in the comment section. As we proceed, we will make sure that we take your questions. And again, priority questions will be on the topic we are discussing, but we are also, based on the time we would have left, we're also open to take more questions on any other topic around Agile. So please feel free to drop your questions still. And again, you can also show us your support by giving us a super thanks, the feature on YouTube. Give us a super thanks. That will really be appreciated. And thank you so much. Yeah, so our topic, we are talking about the current layoffs that is going on, especially in the tech space. We're also discussing job security, and we're also talking about why you've not been able to land a job as an Agile practitioner and some of the things you can do to resolve that issue. So that's why we're here today. So like I was saying, I was giving some of the reasons why the layoffs currently going on, and I was talking about performance. So if your performance has not been up to expectations, sorry, they're kicking your ass. Goodbye. And one other funny reason that is currently ongoing as a debate is that some organization, all this business thing is a game. To some people, it is really a purpose that they are taking advantage to change lives, to make a difference in the community. At the same time, to some other organizations, it's a game that they are playing. Now, all these organizations are, laying off people. Other organizations too want to trend because it's a game, So they are taking it as an advantage, to also lay off people so that their names too will be in the news as this organization has laid off people for this whatever reason, so that they can trend, and they have some benefits that they are getting from that, which I cannot disclose, So it's just a game to some organizations. So to me, these are some of the reasons why the layoff is happening. Now, let's talk about, so what? Especially as an Agile practitioner. So what? What's next for us? What is the future? What does the future looks like for us? Which is really the main reason why I'm here today. You see, even though I can tell you for a fact that just last week in our community of practice, being Agile community of practice, our level 2 program, we had 5 job offers just last week as an Agile practitioner, Scrum Master, different roles, Agile project manager. We had 5 offers from level 2. The reason why I'm sharing this is to tell you that even though layoffs are going on, it doesn't mean that organizations still don't need skills, especially Agile skills, to be able to do their work. You see, let's focus on the Capital One issue. So the reason Capital One said the layoff their whole agile, department. They said it's none of these reasons that I've talked about. They said that they've actually attained maturity, and they feel like they don't need these roles anymore. They don't need enabling roles anymore, like agile practitioner role, program manager role, project manager role, all these enabling roles. So because they've been in their journey for so long, according to what they said, since 2007, and they've been a safe shop, though skilled agile framework shop, and they feel like they've attained a level of maturity that they are beginning to incorporate some of these roles that that agile practitioners and program managers and all these enabling roles may have been performing into their engineering roles. You see, so according to them, they are doing that because they've attained some level of maturity, which is why they don't want to keep paying agile practitioners, because they feel like they're not needed anymore. So it's not like the job market or the job security of agile practitioners has shut down to zero because they don't need them and they will never need them. No, organizations mature differently in this agile space. They have different phases of maturity depending on how well they are adopting their agile transition. You see, so for an example like Capital One, if that is true for them, that I mean their reason why they did that, if it is true for them, it doesn't mean that all other or every other organization has also attained that level of maturity. If truly, because I am really curious to see the future or witness the future of Capital One to see what will happen. Because if you are truly an agile practitioner, you would agree with me that never ever would it be true that an organization would be so mature to a point where they will not need agile practitioners. It's just like a coaching. Just imagine that you are a football coach, right? You're coaching a football or a soccer team, and then all of a sudden they let go your coach, that you people don't need a coach anymore because you're already matured enough. It's just a matter of time. They will all go back to your old habits. Agile coaching is the same thing. Being a Scrum Master is the same thing. So again, they may be right. I mean, the Capital One thing may be right, but I'm really curious to see what the future holds for Capital One with this their current move. So let's all watch and see what's going to happen. So that is it. And again, let's assume that if it was true for them, it doesn't mean that every other organization has also attained that level of maturity to a point where they will not need agile practitioners. So this just goes to tell you that you will always be needed as an agile practitioner. So you should not worry about what is currently going on. And by the way, layoffs happens all the time. Go back and check history. It's not something new. It always happens from time to time. Things like this will happen, but it's not going to be permanent. That is the good news, and which is what I need you all to hold on to. It's just going to be a temporal thing, and after that, the economy will still, boom again. You see, so that's one thing I need to tell you all. And then secondly, go only on LinkedIn today. Look up agile practitioner roles, be it a Scrum Master, be it a release train engineer, be it delivery manager, be it an agile coach. Only today, my research, because I decided to come on here just like an hour ago. I just decided to do update, my information, so that I'm giving you all reliable information. I checked on LinkedIn. There were over 300,000 agile practitioner roles available on LinkedIn alone. I'm not talking about Indeed yet. I'm not talking about Dice yet. I'm not talking about monster.com yet. I'm not talking about all these other sites. Only on LinkedIn and only in USA Today. That was the information I saw on there, which means that you will still be needed. You will still be needed. Even though the layoff is ongoing, it doesn't mean that your role has disappeared too. Now, this is the problem. Even though we have so many job openings out there, it still also doesn't mean that organizations will just go hire any kind of person, even if the person don't know what they're doing or they clearly don't have any experience, just because they need someone to fill that role. It's not going to happen, which is again takes us to one of the reasons why you've not been able to get the job. Organizations need people, but they need skilled people. They need skilled people because, come to think of it, the average pay of an agile practitioner is 100,000. I'm talking about average. That's a base to me, though. It's $100,000. Imagine that you're expecting these people to pay you that amount of money, and yet you don't even know what you're doing. I don't consider an agile practitioner role as an entry level role. I say this all the time, which is why it is important that you are skilled, you have the experience, and all of so many different things that we'll be discussing before you can even expect to have a chance. Because they are paying you to come and help them add value, to come and help them grow their business, to come and help them make money, not to come sit there and be looking at them or staring at them, you see. So if you don't have the skill set they're looking for, they would definitely not give you the job, you see. And most of you can agree with me that because this agile practitioning role as of today is not that regulated, we have a lot of imposters in this space. We have a lot of imposters in this space, which is, and then as a result of that, most organizations, they are so careful not to make a mistake in hiring, because just to hire one person, the entire process to hire, bring in a candidate, bring in someone as a new employee, it doesn't cost anything less than $20,000. That's a lot of money. And just imagine that they go through all of that, all of the process, spending that resources just to realize that they made a mistake in hiring the wrong person or hiring an imposter. So they are just being very careful, which is why they are making sure that they also do their homework very well. And you just may have happened to be trapped in the process of them doing their homework to make sure that they're hiring the right person, you see. So I just wanted to put that out there. Again, those that are just joining, thank you. I see 36 people watching from YouTube. Thank you so much. And please, as you join, click that like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. That is if you appreciate our content, if you appreciate what we stand for, and if you appreciate our platform, like, share. You can also show us support by giving us a super thanks. That would be great. Thank you. All right. So so that's one thing. And then again, another reason. So again, I'm done with this layoffs. I've given the reasons why I think the layoff is ongoing and how we can handle this. So now let's touch on what you can do as an individual, because you cannot really control what happens in an organization, especially if you're not part of their executives. If you're not part of the executive, you cannot really control what happens in that organization. Jay, thank you. Love you too, Jay. Thank you. So you cannot really control it. So what can you do as an individual about this whole layoff situation? Instead of giving up your dream of becoming a tech practitioner, regardless, it mustn't only be an agile role, by the way. It may be any other role in the tech space. Instead of giving up your dream, if you give up the dream, that is zero chance of you ever becoming it, just because some layoffs are happening. You see? So you giving up that dream, it will still not make you a Scrum Master or an Agile Coach or a data, what's all that? A security person or whatever you want to become in the tech space. And just because layoffs are currently going on, it doesn't mean that all businesses will also shut down and nothing will still happen. No. See, technology will always evolve. And as long as technology keeps evolving, you will always be needed to help this technology keep evolving. You see? So there's just no way this will be permanent. Come to think of it, I mean, just think about it like common sense. There's just no way this will be permanent. It's just a temporal thing and it will pass. So instead of you sitting there and just being so worried, so being so scared, and not taking the necessary steps that you should be taking to get yourself ready, if I were you, I would rather seize this as an opportunity, especially if you are still looking to transition to get into this space. There is no better time than now to prepare so that you will not need to get prepared when the time comes or when the opportunity comes. You see? So how do you prepare? How do you take advantage of this moment that the layoffs are currently going? The first thing you want to do is identify the training that you need, or structured training, and take the training. Get knowledge. Invest in yourself. Hi, Mabel. Invest in yourself. There is no better gift anyone can ever give. See, those that know me, they know that I'm very big when it comes to self-investment. That's the best gift that I can ever give myself. I'm not that kind of person that goes out a lot. I don't do all of these other things that people would do to have fun a lot. How I have my own fun is by learning. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I have no idea. But that is how I have my own fun. I catch fun by learning. I catch fun by enrolling in different programs that I think I need, identifying my gaps. That's, to me, I'm always looking for that new challenge. And the only way to go about that is keep identifying my gaps, and then I go take a program to close that gap, and then I'm happy. That's just my way of catching fun. So identify that training program and go and be trained and get that knowledge. All right, talking about the training program. The other time I was on TikTok and I saw a video someone posted, and the person was so frustrated that they paid $3,000 for a Scrum training, only to realize that they could have done it themselves. Okay, and then the person went viral just because of that little video. That person went viral because of that video. And so many people were so in support of it. And no, they were not in support of it. They were like, can you tell us how you did it? How can you do it yourself? I have read everything online. I have watched so many YouTube videos. I've done all of that. But yet I've still not been able to land a job. And people were just talking and talking. I just looked at it and, in my mind, I'm like, that's the very reason why so many people have not been able to land a job. All of you commenting there and asking her to show you how she was able to do it, with by herself, or how they can do it by themselves, is the very reason why you've not been able to land a job. So how do you think that you can figure out this thing to go and get this kind of job that pays you that much on your own, without a guide, without going through some structured training program? That is the very reason why so many people, they are out there just lost, and now they are blaming it on whatever, that, oh, the overmarketed agiles, there is no job, the market is so saturated, they are only this, just saying their own, because they don't know what they're doing. They're going about it the wrong way. This thing, you cannot do it on your own. You cannot. Self-studies is amazing, but to me, where self-studies becomes really useful or important is after you have taken a structured, accredited training that will help you set that base, that foundation, and then you can now continue to build on that structured foundation. It's even more expensive to want to do this thing by yourself. Trust me, it's more expensive. And the reason why I think it's more expensive is because you trying to do it by yourself, averagely, you can take approximately 1 year to 2 years averagely, based on, me helping people in this program. That's how I know to be able to, let's say, even figure out what you're doing, or even go close to an interviewer or get the job. For some people that eventually gets it. Meanwhile, and time is money. Time is the most expensive resource you can ever think of. Meanwhile, if you've gone through a structured training program, you would have spent, let's say, averagely $2,000, 2,000, $3,000 averagely for the entire whole thing. You would have spent that kind of money averagely. And if your trainer should have guided you and shorten your span, or the time, or your lead time, reduce your lead time to finally achieve your goal. You see why it's more expensive, and it saves you the stress that you would have gone through if trying to figure this thing on your own. You see, so yeah, that's one of the big reasons why people don't get these jobs because they're thinking that it's just Scrum. And it pissed me off, to be honest with you, when I see people thinking that it's easy. If it's easy, then why are you struggling with it if it's that easy? And then at the end of the day, they end up blaming so many other people but themselves. You see, so that's one biggest mistake that so many people are making. To avoid that, go pay and get a structured training. And also, even if you decide and make up your mind to go get a structured training as you get yourself prepared, so that once things start happening again, this whole layoff thing cools down. And based on what I've heard, in the next the next quarter, this whole thing will be over. So it's just gonna last like for a quarter. In the next quarter, this whole thing will be over. So as you're getting yourself prepared and you make up your mind to go take some structured training, also be aware that not everyone that calls themselves a trainer out there actually knows what they're doing. Unfortunately, you know that in every niche, there must always be things like this happening. You all may already know this. The space is so saturated, flyers passing all over the place. People, everyone calling themselves a trainer. Most people calling themselves coaches, mentors. Like, just because they've had some people have not even had a job yet. They've gone through training, yes. Maybe they've passed the certification. I see some people even posting flyers saying that they are trainers. They've not even passed their certification yet. I see some people that have actually passed the certification. They've not even had a job yet, but they're posting flyers and promising people six figures. Like, I mean, it baffles me. And I just feel so bad for this space, because when these people do this, they get victims. That's what I call it. Victims who come, vulnerable people, they enroll into the program knowing that they are doing the right thing, and they are being misled. They are being misled. They will take the same, whatever they've learned from that, and that's how they continue to spread it, and they just spoil the whole agile space. So as you're looking for a trainer, be careful who you finally end up with. Be careful. Make sure you do your homework. It's not your trainer's responsibility to do your homework. It's your trainer's responsibility to get you as a client. That's what we are out for. We are doing business and we need clients for business to be successful. I am doing a business. I need clients. I need you all to enroll. So I would do my best to market my product to ensure that you're buying it. That's what I do, which is one of the reasons why I'm here live talking to you. Hoping that by the time I'm done with this live, you will see some value in what we do, to be honest, and you will be moved to trust your career in our hands. The same for all the many other trainers out there. So it is your responsibility as a student to do your homework and ensure that you're enrolling in the right program. You see, so that's one thing. And then another thing too that you should do as this whole layoff is going on is, I would strongly suggest that you look for, you know, credible communities of practice and join. You can never go wrong with communities of practice. Look, in this agile space, regardless of how much you know, you will never survive as an island, ever. You always need people that are doing the same thing so that you can continuously bounce ideas around and learn and through your challenges, your strength, your weaknesses. Even in my own agile community of practice, I ask questions there all the time because I'm still learning. Yeah, Prince, I totally agree with you. I'm still learning. So you cannot do this on your own. So please look for a community of practice and join. You can never go wrong with community of practice. I also recommend read books. Read books. A book that I will recommend to you, again, it's not a sponsored anything. Nobody's sponsoring this. I'm just saying this because I have seen the value in this book in my Agile community. If you are part of our community, you must own this book. We call it our Agile Bible, Coaching Agile Teams by Lisa Atkins. It's a very fantastic book. You can never go wrong with the book. And also, you all saw the last time I hosted Bob Gallen here. He is the author of Extraordinarily Badass Agile. I just like the name of that book for some reason. That book is amazing. So if you don't have the book yet, please buy that book. It's going to be in our comment section. I'm going to drop the link there for you very soon. So after this broadcast, you can go on the description. You will get it from there. You need it. So you have to keep your learning alive for you to survive in this space or for you to maintain success in this space, you see. So yeah, so those are some of the things that I would recommend that you do right now that we are currently going through. This whole layoff situation is happening, you see. Get that knowledge, get a mentor, a real one, not an imposter one, a real mentor that knows what they're doing. And like you may already know, for those that are new here, they may not know this, we offer different levels of training, mentoring, coaching in our different programs. If you check on the link that is attached on the comment section there, it's pinned there, the comments from Being Agile, you'll see a link that will take you to our website. Go to our website and you should be able to see the different programs we offer. So we have level 2. Level 2 is strictly mentoring and coaching program to build you and help you gain the experience that you need. Look, no recruiter will hire you without experience. That is for a fact. No recruiter will hire you without experience. A recruiter can hire you when they clearly know that you don't have experience, because maybe as part of their process or their investment plan, they know that they will invest in you to help you gain the experience when you join the organization before you even start performing, you see. So if you think that you will just go get some certification and then you go land that job, you're lying to yourself, unfortunately. You need experience. And that is where a mentor comes in to help you gain the experience you need. A mentor will help you, give you the community you need to collaborate with different people to work on real projects so that you can gain the experience you need. So that even if you land that job, you will not lose the job after 3 months or after 2 months before your probation is even over. That is the truth. So many people land these jobs and then even before 2 months, they don't have the jobs anymore. And that's the worst thing. It's like you have a very yummy food in your mouth. Even before you bite it, they really seize it from you. You can just go and you can just go and do this. You don't want to do that to yourself, So just make sure that you're doing this thing right. There's no shortcut. When you take shortcut, that's why you leave from the tallest tree and just fall on the ground straight flat and you pie. That's how I hear people saying it. And you just, so avoid that by ensuring that you take the right steps. I made a video a few weeks ago carving out a roadmap for agile practitioners or aspiring agile leaders to follow to make sure they're doing this thing right. You see, you need a mentor. To me, having a mentor is not optional. Some people find it as optional. People are really struggling. They are finding it so hard to be able to invest in themselves, through mentoring. They think that a certification is good enough, or I can then figure out the rest myself. No, honey, you need a mentor to guide you through this. Even when you land that job, your mentor should still be there to help you through it. I still have a mentor. I do. I have a mentor on my payroll because you need it. That is just the truth. So the earlier you start accepting this thing, invest in yourself, save up, reprioritize. If this is truly what you want, reprioritize and save up. And you will hardly ever find a good mentor for free. That is the truth. You will hardly find a good mentor for free. And the reason is because people commit to things really based on different. Okay, just imagine that just imagine that other people are paying me to mentor them, right? And then I have other people that wants the same service for free. Why do you think I would dedicate my all to ensure that you're succeeding on you when I have these other people that have also paid me? And then there's just no way. I would prioritize those people over you. That is just the truth. I will prioritize those people that have paid me because I owe them their money. I will prioritize them over you. So you will never find value for free. Hardly ever. If you see something that's really for free, either it's rotten a little bit or it's just going to be temporal, it hardly ever will it sustain, and it's for free. Think about it. I just want us to be honest here. You see. And then one other thing too, imagine that we were doing all this for free. Yeah, YouTube, everything we do here on YouTube is free. And then behind the scene, we also have all the structured training program with a lot of information resources, the community you need, everything going on, and then it was for free. Do you know how many people that reach out to us per day? Do you know? Like hundreds of people reaching out to us per day. Imagine that all of those people, we say, yes, come and join us, and then it's for free. There's no way the program will still be valuable. And it's not helpful to those people that we're even giving for free, because once it is free, they don't see value in it. So they will not be serious. They will not take it seriously. Hi, Marvis. Ginny, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you for joining and for being a member to our platform as well. So they will not see value in it. That's just how human brain is structured. I have so many people that have come to our program, right? They will. So I'm asking them in the process of us going through orientation, I'm asking them why they're here. And they're like, actually, they've gone through training. They have their family member. Their sister also does. They may say their sister or whatever family member also does agile coaching. They've already taken training from them. It's just that because they are so close, so they don't take it seriously. So that's why they wanted to go pay, someone so that they can be serious. Imagine that. They tell me that all the time. They take training from their family member for free. They don't pay the person because a king is never respected in their home now. And then they will come to being agile and pay us for us to still do the same thing that the person already did with them. That just goes to tell you that once something is free in the human brain already, it's not associated with value. That's just the way it works. So see self-investment as a gift and take advantage of it to the fullest. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out on how you can go about this whole thing, not landing a job. And then now, I'll be wrapping up very soon. Thank you, Prince. Thank you, Prince. I can even attest, if my younger sister is watching this right now, she'll know that. If she knows that I'm very honest, that girl came to my training. She didn't want to pay. And she didn't pay. And I already knew the outcome. She didn't pay. She went through the training for free. And then I realized that I will be the one chasing her. Before class starts, I'll be the one to text her. You have to come to class today. Class is 5 p.m. Come to class. And then after class, I'll be the one chasing her. Did you do your homework? Like, at the end of the day, the training was over. She never took the certification up to this very moment we are speaking. That was 2 years ago. She never took the certification because it was free. The same thing, my elder sister, she's also a Scrum Master right now in UK. When she came, she wanted, I mean, she just assumed that it's supposed to be free because it's my younger sister doing the training now. I'm like, baby girl, sorry, it's not going to happen. That's the cost. Go through the process. And I'm not the one in charge of onboarding. Go through the process like everyone else. She was so pissed. Oh, I've done this for you, this, that, and now you cannot train me for free, this, that. I'm like, okay, when you calm down, you will, and you get serious, you will want to, that's the first sign to know you're serious. Invest, pay that money, and then we go through that training. She was so pissed for 1 whole year. And then I was just keeping my cool and I was relaxing. After she realized that, okay, this Karen is really serious, she just went straight on the website 1 year after she enrolled for the training. She went through the 1 month level 1 training. She went through the 2 months. She didn't even go through the 2 months mentoring program total. She was in the mentoring class, the level 2, for a month and 2 weeks. She got her job. The same material that I provided to my younger sister. She got the job because she saw that it was investment to her. And money is sensitive. She didn't want her money to go to waste. She got the job. So that's just what I'm telling you. Well, I wouldn't say so, Ola. To your question, should a coach be separated from a mentor? I am a professional coach. I am a professional mentor. Coaching and mentoring are two different things, by the way, but hardly ever would they just be straight without, intertwining. So as a coach, you should be able to mentor, and as a mentor, you should be able to coach as well. But keep in mind, those are two different things. But hardly ever will you be able to play one role strictly without getting into the other. You see. So yeah, that's how I can answer that question. Now, I just want to quickly touch on, in addition to everything else that I've said, really focusing on people going about this whole getting into this agile space the wrong way. That's the biggest reason why you've not been able to land that job. Another reason, some of the other reasons that I would like us to talk about is your resume and your LinkedIn. Your resume and your LinkedIn may also be the number one killer killing you. First of all, if your resume doesn't align with the content on your LinkedIn, that's already a big problem. So please, I'm not going to go into details on this one. I'm just going to, brush through this ones. As you join, please very important to us, share, okay, so that other people can also benefit from this session. Yeah, click that like button. I still see 29 likes, but I see 40 people. How come now? Why are you doing this? This like button is free. All right. Okay, I will take questions very soon. Okay, so don't worry, I'll take questions. All right. So I need you all to like this thing. I spent all this time here helping you all with knowledge now. So if you don't want to support us financially, support us likely. And if you want to support us financially, there is a little dollar sign there. Super thanks. That's what YouTube calls it. Click on that super thanks. Give us a super thanks, and we'll appreciate it. Okay. But thank you very much for all those that have liked. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ola. Encourage them, please. Hit that like button. It's free. Hit it. Thank you. Keep liking. Everybody likes to be motivated now. To me, this is how I get motivated. Imagine that I will dress up. Sorry for kind of getting away from the topic a little bit. I would take a bath, dress up. Sometimes I even go buy a new outfit just to show up here live for you people, or just to record a video for you people. And then you do all that, and then you record a video and post. You come there and you see one like. You can just cry. To be honest with you, you can just cry. You see one like, or you see some 2 thumbs down. And then these people giving thumbs down, they will not even give a feedback that you can use to say that this is the reason why I don't like the video or whatever reason, They will just put their thumb down and move on. Honestly, we need the motivation. Anyway, let me go back to the topic. Yeah, so I was saying your LinkedIn and your resume has to align. You cannot say that you were a nurse in 2018 and on your resume, and then on your LinkedIn you'll say, or let's put it the other way around, your LinkedIn is showing that you're a nurse in 2018, and then your resume is showing that you were a security analyst in the same 2018 and the same month. That already is trust issues right there. No recruiter will want to deal with someone that right from the get-go they have discrepancies like that. They cannot trust you, and so why would they want to bring in someone that clearly they don't trust? To me, nobody should be hiring anyone if you don't trust them. So that's the first thing. And then secondly, another big reason why you may have been failing your interview, Paula, you keep wishing it was free. After you continue to wish it was free, and then you go buy that very nice party gown I saw you wearing on Saturday last week. Okay, so I'm coming to your house. I will take that gown, sell for you, pay your class, and then after you earn your first paycheck, we go buy 10 different gowns for you. All right. So you go for your interview and they are asking you questions in your speaking Scrum guide. These people are assessing you for experience. They are not assessing knowledge is part of it, but knowledge is only 20%. Mary Siri, thank you for watching, Mary Siri. That's my mom, by the way. Thank you for watching, Mama. So they are trying to assess your experience and your speaking Scrum guide. No, anybody can read that Scrum guide. Scrum guide is only 13 pages, including table of contents, including acknowledgements. All of that makes the 13 pages. Anybody can read that. I read the Scrum guide in less than 15 minutes. Thank you, Melvis. Yes, my mom is very supportive and she's an amazing person to be with. And then they're asking you a question, you keep telling them, according to the Scrum guide page, this said, quoting all the Scrum guides. No. These people are hiring you to come in and help them solve real problems. And if you've not done it before, there is just no way that you can really relate to these real problems these people are facing that is costing them money. It may even cost their organization. So, which is why they cannot hire you without experience. And if you go there and you keep talking about the whatever is in the Scrum guide, they will know you don't have the experience and they will not hire you. So please check within yourself if that is how you're approaching your interview questions, or you're actually sharing your experience. That's what you should be sharing, your experience. Okay. And then I already touched on lack of experience, because you need a mentor. If you know that you don't have the experience, and which is why you're quoting the Scrum guide, that is why you need a mentor. That is the role of a mentor, to help you gain the experience you need, connect you with people that will give you that opportunity to practice, because that's really the whole point. You practicing it. So doing what a normal Scrum Master would do it yourself. That's what we call experience. And that will be the experience that you will take into your first role, so that you'll be able to, or you will take to your interview and you'll be able to pass your interview. So if you don't have a mentor, that is one big reason why you've not been able to land that job. And stop saying that the market is so saturated, there is no job. There are jobs. Go on LinkedIn, like I said, 300,000 openings only today. There are jobs, but are you the right candidate? Are you? And then another reason too, maybe you know that every job, every profession has its language. You see, every profession has its language, and you go for an interview, you're talking, and your language, your lingo is dry. No agile language. You're not speaking any agile language. It's just dry and flat. They will not hire you. Like, you're not talking about things like impediments. You're talking about problems. Impediments are problems, right? But we call it impediments. You're not talking about iterations or iterations. You're talking about 2 weeks work. We do work every 2 weeks instead of saying that every sprint are iterations. Hola, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Um, so they need to hear that language. It's not about you telling them that I have the experience. It's you showing them through how you approach the questions, your how you relate with them, your interpersonal skills, and all of that, and your vocabulary. You see, and that if you don't know it, you don't know it. You cannot do magic. You see, um, one other reason too, you may be applying wrong when jobs are being posted out there. You will keep procrastinating and say, "Oh, you will apply for that role next week because you're too busy." Applying early is so important. Imagine that they post a role, right? And then you go there, you already see 30, let's say 50 applications already. 50 people have already applied. Definitely, they will start already looking through those applications of those that have already applied, right? And if they start interviewing these people, maybe even the very first person that they get to interview, give them what they are looking for. Why do you think they will waste resources? It's expensive to interview, go through this whole interview process. Why do you think they will waste their resources to continuously interview other candidates? Why would they do that when they've already gotten what they're looking for in this first person? And that person wouldn't have been the first person, you see, if they did not apply early. They would not have had that chance to be the first person if they didn't apply early. So it is very important that you don't procrastinate. Procrastination is your enemy. It is dangerous. Do not procrastinate. When you see an opportunity out there, apply. Look, if you start treating job search as a full-time job, it will really help you. It will really help you. But if you're treating it as a part-time, yet you're doing triple at wherever you're working, for those that their situation, they can understand what I mean. They are doing triple shifts just to be able to survive. Yet what you are really passionate about, your dream, instead of investing your all or like 80% in that part so that you can get it quickly and live a fulfilling life, you rather treat that as a part-time and keep holding on to whatever you don't even like as a full-time. I don't understand that. So delaying in applying is one of the biggest reasons why you've not been able to even get that call. So please start treating your job search as a full-time job. Don't say you don't have time. If you're hungry, if you're hungry, you will have time. You will make time for it. Okay. Um Now, last but not the least, before we wrap it up today, it's already 4 o'clock. I didn't expect to take this long. Let's say you even get that interview and then you've gone for that interview. One of the big reasons why they don't move forward with you is when they ask you to introduce yourself, how you go about introducing yourself. The outcome of that is one of the biggest reasons why they don't even move forward with you. You know that human brain is very judgmental. It's just wired to create perception. You see, imagine that the first encounter you and I have in person, I was just being so rude, arrogant, disrespectful to those around me. You already make that perception of me. And then you having another opportunity to see me in a professional standpoint, maybe doing my thing, doing what I do, being an agile, person. There's no way that the perception you already made of me on the very first encounter will just disappear from your head just because you've seen me now acting professional. That one will stick, and that's what you will go by. You will struggle to wipe that first perception. There's just no way. It will be so difficult. It's the same thing when you go for your interview and then they give you that opportunity to introduce yourself and you mess it up. They already make the perception of you, and it determines how the rest of the interview will go. You see? So it is very important that you master your elevator pitch. That's what it's called. Master it. Get a mentor to help you build a strong elevator pitch if you cannot do it by yourself. I even, in the process of me reviewing someone's interview and they're telling me how they did on the elevator pitch, they even talked and talked how they were in their village when they were 2 years old. They started talking about the entire story, how his father was a headquarter. They used to go to all these Njangi meetings. That's the most hilarious elevator pitch I've ever listened to in my life. That's what he told me. He told all those stories, and he was trying to build his case on how he is passionate about serving people. But the story was endless. At the end of the day, he didn't even know how to wrap it up and close, and his elevator pitch just suspended on the air like that. There was no closing of the elevator pitch. The interviewer was so exhausted and only just hoping that this guy can wrap this thing up so that they can even move on. Just elevator pitch. That guy took almost 20 minutes. The interviewer will try to cut it short and move on to the next thing. The guy will bring him back that day. Today, we must finish this story. He would talk, and they used to go to village council meetings, and then they'll share goat meat. I'm like, Papa, hey. So your elevator pitch is very important. It's very powerful. It sets that tone. That first impression is everything. Yes, Ella. Yeah, so that's it. That's really what I have for you today. And now I'm just going to quickly take questions. Please, if you've not dropped a question yet, please do so. While I start taking questions, our next Scrum Master training starts on the 2nd of February. That is Thursday, I believe. That's a Thursday next week. So if you still haven't enrolled yet, please do so. If you've been discouraged because of the ongoing layoffs, you don't have to be, because just like everything else, it will also pass, and it's not going to be a permanent thing. And one thing too, if you notice, the companies that are currently laying off people are tech companies, and you know that agile, not only tech companies are recruiting agile or needs agile practitioners, because every organization in the world uses technology. And as long as they uses technology and make products, it mustn't only be technology. They will always need agile practitioners. The health space is huge, and the health is this. No, not health. Finance is the second industry that hires a lot of agile practitioners, aside from tech. And then the third highest, and this is according to the State of Agile Coaching Report 2022. Yeah, go and check it on Scrum Alliance State of Agile Coaching Report 2022. According to the order of hierarchy, tech, finance, health, these three industries, they hire the most agile practitioners. However, every other organization hires agile practitioners. So your role will always, always, always be hot in the market. Okay. So if that has been pulling you back, you don't have nothing to fret. Enroll, and so that you will get going right away. Stop procrastinating. Land that job in the next 3 months from today, and we will be glad to be part of that wonderful story. We share the stories here every time, and if you're already trained, you know that you have a good knowledge already. Theoretical, you're looking for guidance to land the job, our level 2 program is best for you. Just make sure that you're motivated to succeed. Enroll, and we'll guide you through, build you, master the practicals, mentor you, and coach you so that you are achieving that dream job. If you're already working and you're struggling with adding value to your organization, contact us, and we will be more than amazingly grateful to be part of you creating impact in your organization. And then also, if you only need a resume review, a resume upgrade, contact us. We have great resume experts that will help you build you a good resume that will help you, be noticed by recruiters. If you need a revamping on your LinkedIn profile, we offer all the services. Reach out to us. We'll be more than glad to help you revamp your LinkedIn and set you for success. And then this is one of the services that is upcoming. Please stay tuned. We are currently designing an Agile coaching certification program. Right now, we do not offer a certification program for Agile coaches. That is in the pipeline. Great things are happening. Please look out for it. In a very few months from now, we will start coaching agile practitioners to become, earn certifications as agile coaches. Last but not the least, one of the other things that is currently in our pipeline, please look out for it. If you are looking to start a YouTube channel, by the way, before talking about YouTube channel, please, before I forget, right now, go on our backup channel. We actually launched a backup channel last week, Being Agile Consulting in bracket Remix. If you've not subscribed already to that channel, we already have about 200 subscribers, 205, I believe. Thank you for all those that have subscribed. Please go there and subscribe. We need it. These bad people in this space almost seized our channel, which is why we thought we needed a backup as soon as possible. But thankfully, it didn't happen by the grace of God. So we have that backup channel. We will be posting content there 3 times a week. That it will be everything. So please, if you've not joined already, go there. Being Agile Consulting, the same here is the same logo. Remix in brackets. Subscribe to that channel, please. Very important. All right. I was trying to talk about our last service. We are currently drafting a master program too, a master class for those that are looking to also start a YouTube channel. We don't only want to be the ones here. I mean, you all may have already noticed recently, there have been so many African people from African descent, here on YouTube talking about Agile, and most of these people, with all humility, not from a place of pride, have been inspired by me. That's just the truth. They've been inspired by me. Sometimes when some of them talk, you can know where they where they got it from. Even though unfortunately some of them give the credit, but unfortunately some don't give me the credit. But it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. So we want more of that. So we are currently creating a master program. If you're looking to start a successful YouTube channel, we can help guide you and train you to get going and be successful as an influencer or as a content creator on YouTube here. So that will be it for today. Again, click on the link right there, the first message that is pinned. Go to our website and check out our programs. All right, let's quickly take questions here. I'm just going to quickly scroll. If you have questions, please post. I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes to discuss the questions we have. All right. Ella, yes, good day, Ella, good day. Thank you all for all the appreciations that I see here. Collins, thank you. I appreciate you. That's Mabel, by the way. All right. Barbie, you are very right, Karen. No organization is 100% agile. Yes, they mostly practice the hybrid role. Yeah, true. And they will never be 100%. Even if you help organizations mature to a point where, let's say, 100%, which will never happen, that's a reality. As long as you pull back, that's just how human beings are structured, because these people have their own priority. Imagine a developer who is already focused on doing their development work, and then they're expecting them to now start wearing the hat of a Scrum Master or an Agile Coach. It's just like you have a spoon of butter, right? You have to spread it across in 2 big breads. There's just no way that 1 spoon of butter will fit, will be nicely spread in the 2 big loaves of bread, and you will still be able to eat it and really get the full value from the butter. There's just no way. It will be spread across too thin to a point where there's just no way that they will be able to perform like that. You see, so that is why it is really not realistic. So this thing that Capital One is doing, I'm waiting to see the outcome in the future. Okay, a lot of coach aren't. So Prince is saying that a lot of coach aren't even coaches. They know the job but lack training skills. Yes. Being a coach, on knowing the theory of coaching is one thing, but knowing how to do it is a whole other story. And the only way you know how to do this whole coaching thing is by you doing it. It comes with experience, which if you don't have the experience, there's no way you can call yourself a coach and you start employing people, taking money from people and saying that you are an Agile coach. when you don't have that experience. I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, so stop misleading people. Um we have to keep learning, relearn, and learn again and again. Yes, Prince, I totally agree with you 100%. Um okay, Prince is still saying that a coach will guide you to achieve your goals, and mentor will share knowledge based on skills and experience. So if he or she got the skills, yes. Yes. So Prince is answering this question on, is a coach and a mentor different? Yes. So that is true. Say, so a coach will not tell you what to do. A coach will only guide you, enable you to achieve your goals by empowering you to uncover your full potentials and do it yourself. Meanwhile, a mentor will give you suggestions. A mentor will tell you what to do. That is, if you ask for it, a mentor will tell you, give you suggestions that do this, do this, do this. If you do this, is how I have done it. So if you try this, you may get this result because this is what I've done. So that's the difference. Um, yes, Chinelli. Yes, definitely you can get my email. So my email is info@beingagile.com. That's our email. Info@beingagile consulting. Sorry. Info@beingagile consulting.com. Info@beingagile consulting.com. I just texted it there. Even if you go to this description box after this broadcast, you will be able to get it from there. So Ola is asking, oh, Shotzi Pool 80 is saying, hello, I have joined very late. Do you think that true Scrum Masters jobs exist? That is a very good question. So if you want to go by Scrum Master, according to the Scrum Guide, I don't think it exists. So that is the ideal. And we are not in the ideal world. We are not in an ideal world. So which is why it don't exist, because we are not in an ideal world. Organizations are at different levels of maturity. Some actually understands the role of a scrum master, some don't. Whatever the case is, I believe that I am accountable to help whatever organizations I find myself in, to guide them towards really understanding the role of a scrum master. That is, if they are willing to be guided. Because some will be open to learn when they hire you to guide them because they are looking up to you. Meanwhile, some other organizations, they are so rigid to a point where it's either their way or the highway. They hire you, but yet they are barely able to listen to whatever suggestions you have to make. So, but if you're looking for that ideal Scrum Master role, according to what you see in the Scrum Guide, you will not find it, unfortunately. Yeah. So Ola is asking, is LinkedIn mandatory? Well, Ola, what I would say to this is, to me, no role, not I never say anything is ever mandatory unless I'm strongly recommending it. For like when I say that having a mentor, to me, is not optional, it's mandatory. That is if you want to succeed. If you really want to be successful and sustain success in this space, you should have a mentor. It's the same for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not like you must have a LinkedIn, but if you want to, because LinkedIn is really the only professional social media platforms, or one of the biggest or strongest professional social media platforms, which if you are not there, it's difficult for recruiters to be able to trust you, because they know that if you know better, you will know the value of LinkedIn as a professional. You will know the power of networking and connection, which is why you should be on LinkedIn. So that is how most recruiters assess this thing. And if they are looking for someone to hire, the first place they go to is LinkedIn. So if you are not on LinkedIn, how is that helping you? How would you are really reducing your chances to be noticed? You see, so it is not mandatory, but it only helps you to be on LinkedIn. So that's what I can say to that. So Awe is saying, hi Chinelli, you can get her email from the website. Okay, yes, thank you, Opeyemi. That's one of my dearest agile babies. Not really baby though. Ola is asking, go ahead and hit the like button. Okay, yeah. So, all right. If you've not liked this yet, please click that like button. Give us a gift. Give us a gift. I need to enjoy your gift. I see some people giving us gifts here already. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I think I need to do better and start asking, because I realize that if you don't ask, you're assuming that they should know that you need this support so that you can continuously show up here. It's not going to happen. So I have to get better in that. All right. Mary, we appreciate you. I appreciate you too. The other question, Mary Siri is saying, God bless the works of your hands. Thank you. Thank you. That's my mom. Thank you so much, Mama. Uh Chineli is saying that still can't see her email ad. Why? I just texted the email. I hope you got it now. Let me know if you got it, please. Okay, so Niet, if I pronounce your name wrong, please correct me. What's a good icebreaker? Oh, Tony is asking what's a good icebreaker. I made a video. I made a video the other time talking about some icebreaker ideas. Please excuse my finger. Talking about some icebreaker ideas. So Tony, please excuse me. I will add the link to this video once I am wrapping this up. Once I'm done with this live, I'm going to add the link to this video on the description box. The link to that video about icebreakers, please. I'm sure it will give you some great insights that you can use. Need is asking which is better for aspiring Scrum Masters, contracts, or permanent role. Need, I think that's a very good question. And the way I can go about this question is it really depends on the individual. It depends on your current situation, what you're looking for. There've been a time in the past where I have really done a lot of contract roles in the past because that's what I preferred at that time. I wanted more cash at hand as opposed to all the other benefits. That was in the past. So being a contractor has its own advantages and disadvantages, the same for being a full-time, because as a contractor you get more money at hand. Meanwhile, as a permanent worker, your pay will be less. I mean, the cash at hand will be less, but you have all the other benefits that comes through the organization. But today, my priorities have changed because of, for example, my family situation. Now I have kids and I prefer stability right now. Before, I would just do the contract work because of the money, more really because of the money, and then I really needed my freedom. And then with contract, based on the agreement you sign with them, you can do more than one at a time, just making sure that you're putting in the full hours as needed. So I would do that, and I'm just traveling, just chasing the money. But right now, because of my family situation, I have to be there for my kids. My priorities have changed. So I decided to stick on stability, which is why I am no longer interested in contracting. I'm more of a permanent full time because I want to be stable right now. I want to build a legacy with an organization. I want to, leave a name, make a name, in an organization that when we see a solution, you see a solution in the organization, I'll be proud to say that I'm part of this solution. When they cannot talk about that solution without mentioning my name as part of the solution. So again, it really depends on you and as an individual. So that's what I can say. And then one other thing you should also consider as an aspiring is that as a contractor, from week 1, week 2, they're expecting you to start performing. They're expecting you to get on the ground and start running because they're hiring you as an expert. But as a full-time permanent, they see you as part of them. So they usually give some time for you to get in, learn the organization, learn the culture, learn the systems, learn their ways before get on the ground and start running. But as a contractor, they don't need you to do all that learning because they pay you per hour for the most part. You see, they pay you really per hour. So they want to make sure they are really using their investment really well. So that's really what I can tell you about that for now. Labra is asking, are some interviews harder than others depending on the sector? Yes, I would say that, but this is what I can say also. To me, I really don't see nothing as hard. If you learn right, You have the right information, you've been mentored right, you have the right attributes, the right interpersonal skills, the right behavior, the right vocabulary, the right experience. It shouldn't be hard because you give them what they need. And if you know how to give them what they need, you will give them what they need. You will give these interviewers what they need. You see, so I wouldn't say it's anything is difficult. As long as you know how to go about it, it shouldn't be difficult. So what makes it difficult is if you don't have what they need. That's the only thing that makes it difficult. Yeah. And again, I know that some people learn slower than others. So that's a whole other story. Because some people, even if you split their head into two and put it inside, they will still not get it. So, and which is why again, Scrum is not for everybody. Even though we usually say it's for everybody, it's really not. It's really not. If you cannot learn, Scrum is for everybody if you're learnable. If you, just like Prince have said, if you are able to unlearn and relearn, you're willing to be coached. You're not arrogant. You don't think you know everything. If you're humble to learn, yes, Scrum can be for you, even if you don't even know the definition of Scrum. You can easily succeed if you're that kind of person. 3 months maximum, you should be able to achieve your goal. But if you are the opposite, if you don't know how to prioritize, you don't know how to be hungry, really hungry and go after something, you don't know how to submit and learn and be humble, you don't, regardless of how much they try, you're just not a coachable person. You see yourself as that person that you will never be able to have interpersonal skills. You cannot talk in front of people. You will never be able to. You are just geared to just focus on your own and work by yourself, and then Scrum is not for you. So don't waste your money. All right. So the Agile coaching said, will it be for both beginners too? Well, yes, for everybody, for really everybody. But yes, we will have prerequisites. We will have prerequisites. So don't worry. Once that is available, it will be clearer. Um, Sharon is saying, thank you so much. I have learned a lot. Thank you too so much for watching and being part of our little Agile tribe here. So Nate is answering this question for Tony. A good elevator pitch can serve as a good icebreaker. Yes, you mean during an interview? Yes. Yes, that's true. Hola. Okay, thank you. So Tony is saying that I wanted an example for those that may need a short example. Okay, you mean for elevator pitch or what are you talking about? Um, Shorty Poo is saying, yeah, companies are conflict conflicting Scrum Master with project managers. Yes, I totally agree. Some companies, they think that a Scrum Master is a project manager. But I hardly really blame them because whatever I see on this resume, this job things, I usually just assume it's the best they know how. The only thing that will stop me from joining an organization or not applying to a role is if in the process of me doing my research, learning about the organization, and then I realize that they have a horrible culture. No, I'm not joining no horrible culture and jeopardizing my mental health for anybody. I'm not doing that. That's the only thing that will stop me. But if they have a healthy culture, I am joining, even if the Scrum Master role, if you go through the bullet points, you see all project manager responsibilities, no problem. I see it as that's the best they know. And then I'm going in there to help them restructure and guide them to improve and really understand what Scrum Masters do because they don't know. They don't know. If they knew it, if they figured it out, then why would they even need you? You see? All right. Deborah, how can I get a job as an Agile coach in the USA? So, Deborah, where are you, by the way? I see your name is Nigeria. Hi, my Nigeria sister. So, I'm not sure where you are, but to get a job is really to apply. Just make sure that you have all the things we are talking about here. Apply. That's it. But I need to know where you are first. Chinwe, what sites or ways is best to find Scrum Master jobs? Good question. LinkedIn is the first. LinkedIn is the first. And then I hope you guys can still hear me here. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me turn off this. So I'm also live on another platform. Let me know if you are not hearing me, but let me go ahead and answer the question. LinkedIn is the first. Indeed.com, Dice. You also have Career Builder. You also have Monster. Yeah, those are really the common website, the common sites, professional sites or job sites that you can go to find your jobs. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Deborah said, I love the way you teach and explain. Thank you. I appreciate it. Prince, Google will show you the way. Yes, that's the way, Prince. So yeah, just go on Google and type Scrum Master roles. The one, even it's on LinkedIn, Indeed, wherever it is, they will pop up for you and you start following them like that. All right. Maruthu, how much will it cost for the Scrum certification? So the last time I checked the certification, if you go by scrum.org, the professional Scrum Master certification is $150. That's a cost. So again, you can go to the site and verify for yourself. Yeah, but again, you need to be trained first before taking a certification. And our next training starts on the 4th of, no, not 4th, or the 2nd of February. That is Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. Ola, many roles I saw once a technical person. Ola, that is true. But one thing I'll tell you, never be intimidated by those things you see on the job descriptions. I think I already answered the question there. These people, they put out those things because that's really the best they know. They're thinking that a scrum master should be technical. That should not intimidate you. Still go for that interview and go sell your strengths. If you're 80% the person they want and only 20% is missing, they will still take you. So don't be intimidated. I used to work for one company in the past. Before they hired, even though I ended up becoming an agile coach in that was my first agile coaching role in this organization. They hired, according to that job description, I have told this story many times in my classes. They were looking for a Scrum Master SQL expert. SQL. It was my first time of hearing about SQL in my life. I never heard about that. I still applied for the role anyway. And they hired me in the process of going through the interview. They knew that I had no idea what SQL was, but I was willing to learn it because that's just how I am. My own way of catching fun is to learn. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So this director hired me, and when I joined the organization, I was so shocked in the kind of thing they were calling SQL expert. It was just something very small. Yes, I didn't know it. So it took me, they only spent 30 minutes to train me on that thing. 30 minutes. And I was good to go. So never be intimidated by all of these things. Still go take that interview and sell yourself on your strength. Let them know that you're willing to learn whatever other thing that they need that you don't have. And truly be willing to learn. You're simply beautiful inside and out, and your ability to advertise, teach, coach, and simplify your teachings are God sent. Thank you. I admire your ability to break everything down to its simplest form. Bless you. Thank you so much. So, these skills to me, it didn't just come overnight because I used to suffer a lot because most of the me growing up and learning, taking education, academics, people used to assume a lot on me. Not only on me, on my other friends and peers that, okay, you should already know this. So they start talking, assuming that you know some certain things. And that used to make everything so difficult for me because I don't know this thing. Why are you assuming that I know it? I'm here to learn. If I knew it, I wouldn't be here. So because of that, I used to think that, oh, some people too may really be struggling with this. So that's one of the reasons why I make sure I simplify things to the best of my ability, seeing myself through those that I am teaching, because I wouldn't want nobody to be in that situation. I went to a French university. I had no idea. I didn't understand French back then, but I went to a French university. And then these French professors will assume that we are understanding. Meanwhile, they were supposed to be teaching us and giving our exams in English, but they are assuming that we understand the French when I didn't even understand. So it was so challenging. So that really built me to be who I am today, by the way. All right. So we are wrapping this. This thing has taken way longer than I expected. Seriously. Ella, is it possible to be part of a Being Agile community of practice? I guess this thing just went off. Anyway, is it possible to be part of Being Agile community of practice without being part of any of the training of mentoring classes? Well, not for now, Ella. The only community you can belong to right now, which is also still powerful, is our social media space, like you are already right now on YouTube. We appreciate that. But internal is only streamlined to our internal mentees and students. You see, yeah, because we also don't want it to be too crowded because it will still defeat the purpose. So that's the reason why. How long is your training? It's 1 month, Maruto. It's 1 month. So we have 8 classes for those the 1 month. We have classes twice a week. Yeah. How much is the training? So go on the website, just click on that link that is pinned on that message there. You will see all the information you need, including the fees, including everything. And if you're enrolling for both level 1 and 2, you also have a discount. The information also is on the website. That's the common package people will take, level 1 and 2 or level 1 and 3. You have a discount when you're enrolling for that. So go there and you will see all the information. So averagely, the average time for you to estimate to finally achieve your goal, if your goal is to become a working Scrum Master, is 3 months. Level 1 is 1 month. Level 2 is 2 months. So averagely, it's 3 months for you to finally get the knowledge, be mentored, be coached to be highly performing. All right. Can I please ask an interview question a recruiter asked me? You can always ask any question, Tatiana, but right now we're already wrapping up, so you will not be answered today. But I would definitely sometimes see most of the content I post here, it doesn't just come from my head. It's really me answering questions from people just like you. So please, by all means, feel free to ask any question. I'll be glad to answer based on my time, the time that I have. I can make a video on that just for you. All right. Have been getting Scrum Master training for almost a year, but I still feel lost. Oh, my dear. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So that's one of the things we talked about today. Make sure that I'm really proud of you that you decided to go through a structured training if that's what you did. If you're still feeling lost, then the problem may be the trainer. How is your trainer really experienced? Do they know what they're doing? And then are you committed also? Have you been committed to these programs that you've been taking based on what you've said? So these are the things you should ask yourself to figure out what the problem is and then work on that problem. All right. How to contact you if I wanted to go to your course. I'm watching your video for the very first time. Oh, Maratu, I'm glad you joined our little social media village. So how to contact me again? Go to our website. The message is pinned there by Being Agile, pinned on this chart. Click on that link. It should take you to our website. You will have all our contact information, our phone number, email. You can reach out to us at any time based on, any time during the business hours. All right. The training I did, the coach didn't really explain Scrum to me, but instead put to lead the Scrum ceremonies instead. What should I do? You need to okay. As an agile practitioner, there are skills in that you must have in your toolbox, which is what we call the stances of an agile practitioner. And these skills are four. You have coaching, you have training, you have mentoring, and then you have facilitation. You cannot mentor someone that don't even have the knowledge. You see, so in your case, you need to first get the understanding, which is so as a coach, I will train someone first. I give them the understanding and then ask them to try it out, which is now mentoring them. So I can see where you're coming from. So that's really what I can tell you for now. So what you should do is you need to get the knowledge so that you can now use that knowledge to try it out by applying whoever your trainer was asking you to do. Okay, please, can you give an example of a good elevator pitch? I actually have a video about that. Chinwe. So If you go back to our Being Agile Consulting Remix, a backup channel that we've created recently, that is the second video on it. We only have 3 videos there. We only have 3 videos. My thing just disconnected from my Bluetooth. So I hope you can still hear me. We have 3 videos there. The very second video, Being Agile Consulting Remix. Go there and watch that video on the elevator pitch. We have a good example there for you. What release models have you used and how was the sprint's cadence arranged? All right, these are really awesome questions, but we would not make a 2-hour video because after this, other people will not want to watch it because it's too long, you see. So I appreciate you staying till the very end. I appreciate all those that have supported us with gifts, the super thanks gifts, your likes, your comments, your questions. Thank you all so much. I'm going to wrap this up right now. And again, our next training starts on the 2nd of February. That is Thursday. Go to our website, www.beingagileconsulting.com. Visit our website and enroll in our programs. If you have questions, you're not sure which one to enroll, call us and we will be more than happy to guide you to make sure you're taking the right program that will be valuable to you. Thank you all so much and God bless you all. Bye-bye.